a month after his death, and he's still tormenting us.
Just relax, okay? We are way ahead of him this time. As soon as we get rid of that evidence, he'll be gone for good.
And how sure you about that? How do you know there's no other file out there compiled by PD Shaw about Nairobi's underworld and the who's who?
Why would he compile two files?
I don't know, because he can. You did not show like I did. You know, the first time I encountered him, I did not realize how brutal he could be.
I mean, the man could be very arrogant.
Thorough, yes. Controlling, yes. He liked being in command. I saw that back when I was on the force, about 10 years ago, actually.
What happened?
It was just a regular day, you know. Boring, weekday, Wednesday, I think. 3:30 in the afternoon. November 14th, 1979. I remember the date because it was a year since I left the police academy. I was always near the radio back then. Being a newbie and all, never wanting to miss a chance to prove myself, being of service to Kenyans and all that nonsense. Anyway, so the police controller pushed out information that someone had just robbed a bank in the city center and bolted. Everyone who was supposed to show up in such situations rushed them. Among them were these three inspectors from the traffic police department. Let's call them Afande, and Afande. They needed to go and control whatever traffic mess the robbery had caused. They reluctantly moved away from their lunch thinking, not this again. Jumped into a car and got a constable to drive them to the city center. They passed through Westlands with their sirens blaring and their lights flashing. Everyone gave the 999 car way as it passed through Westlands. A few meters as it took a turn and joined Parklands Road. A few meters in, it branched off into Muthidi Road. As soon as they got onto that road, they passed another vehicle headed in the opposite direction. Or rather, the other vehicle flew past them. Now, that kind of got into their sensitive traffic police notes. So Afanda goes, whoa, wait a minute. Who the hell does that pilot think he is flying solo in a residential area? So the car stopped. They all turned around and ta-da! The other vehicle had stopped too. Now, the officers were clueless about the occupants of that vehicle. Yep. It was the robbers that stashed their loot in the boot of the car and thundered out of town onto Murang'a Road, down past Nairobi River, through Globe, had taken a right before Ngara into Kipani Road, raced past Museum Hill, onto Muthidi Road, and as soon as they got onto that road, their car decided she was done with the criminal life she was leading and handed in a resignation letter. Only she decided to do so when the driver had pushed her to top speed, switching gears and coaxing her to at least get them past Westlands. She was not listening. The gearbox was a deal breaker. It failed and could not engage. And would you believe their luck? That is the exact moment they went past a police car that was obviously responding to the crime they had just committed. So their car stopped, and the police car stopped behind them. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Now the robbers were the first to respond. And seeing as they had the most to lose, it makes sense, right? They jumped out of the car with guns blazing. Literally, guns blazing. Helped the cops. Only then realized that none of them were armed. Not one of them had a rungu or a penknife or a fucking spoon, nothing.
Traffic cops.
So they jumped out of the car and scurried away seeking cover. Now the robbers grabbed whatever cash they could carry, jumped into the police car, leaving behind a big, heavy case filled with coins worth 770,000 shillings.
Whoa.
Then they drove off in the police car, trying to figure out how to switch off the sirens and the lights that were still being extra. Now, the police constable, who had fled, he ended up near the compound of Esperia Hotel, where he jumped over the fence and scared the living lights out of a worker who was just hydrating and minding his own business of chopping wood. You go and be seen, the police constable demanded. The poor, terrified worker had no idea where the phones were kept. So the cop starts beating the shit out of him, thinking he's trying to keep him from calling for backup. Side note, avoid cops who have been dropped. The hotel staff who had been watching the drama unfold from outside now came running back to find out what the commotion was about and saved the worker from the messed up cop. Meanwhile, the robbers, in the police car with the sirens blaring and the lights flashing since they couldn't figure out how to turn them off, were making their getaway. They took Peponi Road and zoomed past Spring Valley on their way to Gachie. Now, right where Karura Forest ends, there is a river called Thigige. If you're headed towards Gachie like these guys were, you have to take the first right turn after the river. The problem with that turn is that it's a sharp one. Now, the robbers were still speeding as if their lives depended on it because their lives depended on it. Thinking the cops were still in hot pursuit, they took that turn at top speed and... Yeah, driving 101 says that's something you should not do. The universe, some idiot, said something about how the day just couldn't get any worse. Mistake. The universe took that as a dare and decided that the day was indeed going to get worse. Much worse. Actually, fuck the day the rest of the week. So by this point, the universe is doing its job, right? The 5 robbers dragged themselves and whatever cash they could carry out of the wreckage, went up the hill to a house, stole a Range Rover, drove right back down, and crashed into another car of a man named Munuri Muturi. Now, either the driver was just horrible, or this was the proverbial 40th day. Give me those straws and those cups. Or 4 p.m. Have you done the math yet?
Whoa, 30 minutes.
30 minutes. See, we started this story at 3:30. 30 minutes. 3 cars down. 4, including poor Mr. Munuri Muturi's car, 1 broken gearbox, a near-death experience, and half the money these guys stole. The universe was working overtime, but they were not about to quit. They came up with another plan on the spot. They were going to hijack the next car that came down that road. So, they waited. They paced up and down the hot tarmac with their guns ready, cash box protected. I mean, this wasn't exactly the busiest road around. And again, it was 1979, so it would take a while for another car to come down that road. That was probably the most agonizing time of their life. I'm willing to bet that someone, probably the same idiot, said something about how they will never commit a crime ever again. Because there's always that guy, the one who swears they'll never drink again, especially after, a particularly terrible hangover. Oh wait, that's everyone. Eventually a car did come around. A cult, driven by an oblivious, dreamy white lady. One of the robbers jumped into the middle of the road, pointed his gun at her, signaling her to stop. She did. They pulled out of the car, dumped her by the side of the road, dived in with their loot, and drove off towards Gachie.
Maybe it's just...
Well, hi. Amisi, if you really wanted to kill me, at least have the decency to do it yourself.
Come in here, just relax, okay? This is Abdul, my partner. He's supposed to be here.
Z, I don't trust the police, especially dirty ones.
But we said you trust me, right?
You're different.
Abdul, what's on
Let's dance.
Acheni ujinga.
I don't like it when people point guns at me. I mean, what happened to the good old days? Like, hi, my name is blah, 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 and you are nice weather, isn't it?
Tell him to lower his weapon and maybe I'll let him live.
Guns!
Go ahead, baby girl, make my day.
Now! Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Fuck it.
I need you idiots to remember that we are here to save each other's lives, not to end them.
Can you go in, Oma?
Try not to end each other's lives before he gets here.
Oti bado hajafika? And why do we have to wait for him in this godforsaken pigsty? What? This place looks like a classy pit latrine.
Well then, bitch, you're a really good company.
Abdul, sit your ass down. Sit your ass down.
No. Just keep calling this place a pit latrine.
It's okay. He's an asshole. Just relax. Just keep on killing them. Just finish the story. You want the story, right? Yeah. Finish the story. So what happened?
Look happy. By the time I arrived, a crowd had already gathered. Trust Kenyan behavior. A crowd had already gathered. Eyewitnesses were recording statements. Patrick Shaw was walking around flashing pictures of suspects to the crowd. 3 of them had already been identified. He said he knew exactly where to find them, and I scoffed. Who does this guy think he is that he can find such robbers? But I was wrong. Within 2 days, those guys were arraigned in court and found guilty of several counts of robbery, including robbing the police of a 999 vehicle. The universe had done its job of fucking up their weeks, right? And lives.
Whoa, that man really was competent.
Is it crazy to think that I found him pretty gentle that first time?
That's what she said.
Abdul!
Jua yanga kwangu, kivuli chanipiga tena, nimewafunika vifaranga, kinga vifaranga wangu, adui namuona, adui